Hello， 先生小姐，歡迎你翻到嚟 Loser Club， 我係阿路，而家係繼續翻好耐之前嘅暗烈傳說，我哋 To be or not to be。而上次係話呢個阿 Ophelia 就帶頭殺咗成個 Hamlet， 咁唔係人嗰個 Hamlet 係條村莊個名，或者應該係一條村莊、一條小村落咁樣咧個稱呼，英文名就即係個英文。個稱呼叫 Hamlet 啦，shit， 咁講到好似名咁。總之唔係名咯，係唔係名係英文嗰個字嗰個字嘅意思係anyway 好上次係跟住去捉棋啦，咁啊就係捉輸咗噶嘛，唔可以懟冧外母，但係就佢亦都對唔冧，佢對唔冧你，因為唔知點解你天生神力。對冧咗成條村之後就識咗絕世武功，咁佢啊對冧你，不過就係啦。咁啊，好睇下今次可唔可以贏到啦？再嚟捉個棋。
I'll play your game, you say.
Okay, 再捉。
Excellent, she says, motioning to her throne. Please, have a seat. As you sit down and settle in, she quickly sets up a chessboard in front of you, pulling up another throne for the opposite side.
好啦，咁佢啊喺度捉啦，咁我哋點咧？上次我哋又行一個，好，今次我哋 copy 翻佢哋嘅 move。
You respond by copying her move exactly, moving your king's pawn up 2 squares too.
咁傾前佢隻 pawn 就行咗
on a
兩
piece
步。
of paper you hadn't noticed before. E4, E5, it reads. Beside it, she writes, "Copying my moves? Oh man, busted." I like to record my games, she says, for posterity. Oh, you say. Gertrude moves her queen diagonally as far as it'll go.
其實嗰啲字係咩意思？係咪其實係啲可能係嗰啲棋譜上面嗰啲喐嗰啲
She
方
looks
法
up
咧
and notices your attention. People say you shouldn't use your queen too much in the early game, but what can I say? I love being a queen. Also, I love using them in chess, she adds.
OK，
Your move, Ophelia. Bring out my horsey on my right to protect that little pawn. NC6. Continue copying her moves. I can't lose. QH4. Bring out a pawn to threaten her queen. She can't boss me around.
OK， 咁點好咧？咁啊，攞隻馬去保護隻卒仔，定係繼續 copy 佢嘅 move 咧？繼續 copy 啊
You bring out your queen too, mirroring her move perfectly. She moves her queen back 1 square and takes your queen. You've lost your queen in 2 moves. This isn't going well for you, Ophelia. This isn't going well for you, Ophelia, Gertrude says, plagiarizing me, but come on, it's not like she could know. I'll save you some embarrassment and tell you that the rest of the game doesn't go well for you either. And at the end, you are down to your king and a pawn. Gertrude, on the other hand, has been toying with you and has managed to promote all of her pawns to queens, giving her a total of 9 queens.
What?
And they've got your king surrounded.
點解咁？
Ophelia, the most impressive thing is that you managed to even get yourself into this position. It's not easy to end up so screwed in natural play. It is sincerely impressive in its own way. But it is. Checkmate.
Oh no， 又輸咗。點解會咁嘅？點解可以咁樣升級嘅咩？將啲 point 升晒個 queen 嘅咩？可以？點會咁嘅？
Checkmate, she says.
棋係咁玩嘅咩
You look down at the board, trying out all the possibilities you can see. She's
？OK，
right.
咁結果就一樣。
There's no move you can make. You've
Okay.
lost. Looks like you don't get to kill me after all, she says.
OK， 好，收埋把劍。
You put the sword away, and Gertrude continues pressing her attack. You fight back passively, dodging all you can, finally dodging your way out through a window and backflipping to the ground below.
OK，
I'll find you, Gertrude yells after you. There was no time limit on our promise. I'll continue trying to kill you until the day I die. Of natural causes,
Okay.
she adds. You spend the next several days dodging her attacks and traps. They get progressively more ingenious until one day you break a twig in the forest, which sends a log careening towards a stack of logs, which knocks the logs over like dominoes, which sends a boulder down a hill and off a cliff, which hits a seesaw, which sends another boulder up in the air, which comes down on your head, killing you
Oh
instantly.
no，
Nailed it, Gertrude yells. Man, I knew that had a small chance of working.
Oh
So,
no，
your final score is 66 quadrupoints and 1 passive-aggressive gift of a book called Sherlock Holmes Teaches You How to Get Less Stinky at Chess Already. Don't worry about that one, Ophelia. It's on me.
OK，
The end.
你幅畫型啊？唔知佢 option 嗰度可唔可以睇翻嗰啲畫，都幾過癮。Anyway， 咁死咗，居然係咁樣死，有冇搞錯？點解捉棋會咁樣嘅？再嚟個。 好，睇埋剩低嗰啲 option 啦。好，咁今次就唔好全部 follow 佢啦，試下 follow 第二啲嘢啦。OK。
I'll play your game, you say. Excellent, she said. You respond by copying her move
不
exactly,
過真係犀利
moving
啊！
your king's pawn up 2 squares too.
皇后居然可以一個人 set 到啲咁嘅陷阱，我真係好勁。不過呢一套嘢都係黐黐地線嘅，所以都正常。
Beside it, she writes, copying my moves? Oh man, busted. I like to record my games, she says, for posterity.
Bring out my horsey.
Oh, you say.
On my right to protect that little pawn, okay?
A logical defense, Gertrude notes. Yay, you did a good move, I guess. Gertrude picks up her right-hand bishop and sends it out so it's parallel with your horsey guy. BC4, she writes. And looking up at you, she says, Hey, now my queen and bishop are both threatening that pawn in f7. You should probably save that little guy. Wait, I see what she's doing, Ophelia. She's trying to mess with you. You can't move the pawn out of the way, because then you'll be in check from the queen. But you can defend it. Or maybe that's just what she wants you to do, and instead you should attack her queen that's causing all these problems for you. But on the third hand, I don't know much about chess, actually. Whoops.
Oops. Okay,
Protect the pawn. Move out my queen so they're side by side. QE7. Attack the queen. Move out my horsey so it's threatening her. NF6. This whole queen thing is a distraction. Move my other horse so it's threatening her bishop. NA5.
咁樣啊？似乎呢個真係好鬼死，即係啲 Mexican standoff 咁樣喎。你攞支槍指我，我攞支槍指佢，佢攞支槍指翻你咁樣啊，都就呢個啦。
That'd be a decent move, Gertrude says. If you weren't about to lose.
咩啊？
That'd be decent trash talk, you reply. If trash talk bothered me, which it doesn't. Oh well, Gertrude says, and she moves her queen to take the pawn it was threatening in f7. QX f7, she writes.
Okay.
She looks up. That means you lose, she says. Aw, man. This sucks, Ophelia. Checkmate.
What? What?
Gertrude looks at the board, looks at you, and
矛咗
smiles
啲喎，
beautifully.
喂！你食咗隻
Checkmate, she says. You look down at the board, trying out all the possibilities.
咁都得，咁都得。你食咗隻卒啫喎，跟住輸，有冇搞錯？再嚟個，撈第二個。發現佢之後啲 save 都一樣啊。再嚟個，冇可能。我雖然唔識捉象棋啫，但我知道象棋唔係咁玩嘅。國際象棋唔係咁玩嘅。OK， 再嚟個。
You respond by copying her move exactly, moving your king's pawn up 2 squares too. Gertrude quickly jots down something on a piece of paper you hadn't noticed before. E4, E5.
好，再嚟個試下啦，再繼續攞隻馬就去保護隻卒啦，跟住佢又攞兩隻去想懟冧佢隻卒啦，然之後
picks up her right-hand bishop and sends it out so it's parallel with your horsey guy. BC4.
哦 protect 隻卒仔。
Not bad, smirks Gertrude. I thought I'd get you with the scholar's mate there. That is thematically appropriate as I used to be a scholar's mate, you say.
Okay.
Until the king's brother killed the king and assumed the throne. So we killed him in a ghost-mandated revenge. But then his ghost came back and convinced everyone else to kill us. And they got Hamlet. But I escaped and decided to kill everyone before they could kill me first. Yes, I do understand your motivation. Gertrude sighs, bringing out one of her horses and bringing it into play. NG1, F3, she writes. You mirror it, bringing out your horse as well. NG8, F6, Gertrude writes and then looks up. You seem to copy my moves whenever you're not sure what to do, she says. This isn't actually the first game of chess you've played, is it? You say. But then in a surprise move, the game proceeds from there pretty well, actually.
Okay,
you exchange pieces of equal value most of the time, until finally you're in an endgame position. Your pawn and king are side by side near the top of the board. Your king is 1 square away from the left-hand side of the board, and your pawn is standing to his right. Got that? Excellent. Moving on. 1 column to the right and 1 row down from your pawn is Gertrude's last rook. And way down below, in the lower left corner, is Gertrude's king, entirely unthreatened. Gertrude has the advantage, but it's your move, Ophelia. You can still win this, but you can still also lose this. You can still lose this really easily, actually. I guess it's all up to you, huh? Move the pawn forward. C7.
睇翻張圖先。
Not bad.
自己做乜鬼嘢？一飛飛我咁鬼遠嘅。
I thought I'd
想睇
get
翻
you
張
with the
圖嘅。
scholar's mate there.
OK， 我哋隻
That is thematically
嘢喺度。
appropriate
如果我
as I
哋喐
used
隻
to be a
嘢過嚟的
scholar's
話，
mate,
咁佢就
you
飛
say.。
係咪有飛象嘅？仲係嗰隻象棋有冇飛象？好似
So
有
we
啊，
killed
飛
him
佢
and
死
the ghost
啦。
mandated revenge. But then his ghost came back and convinced everyone else to
跟
kill us.
住
And they
如果我
got
哋向
Hamlet.
前
And
行，
I
向
escaped
前係
and
向上。
decided to kill
我哋好似係
everyone
向
so
下
you could
邊
kill me
嘅。
first.
我都唔記得邊人
Yes,
打。
I do understand your motivation.
應該
Gertrude
係啩，我
sighs,
諗喺呢度。
bringing out one of her horses and bringing it into play.
咁如果唔係，我哋其實應該食就食到佢啦。如果係咁，即係我哋，因為我哋向緊嗰
You
邊
mirror
行，
it,
咁
bringing
所以
out
我哋
your
係
horse
食
as
唔到
well.
佢，咁我哋變咗係就可以食到。咁我哋繼續向前行啦。
Gertrude writes and then looks up. You seem to copy my moves whenever you're not sure what to do.
好，向前行啦，卒仔。
Nice try, Gertrude says. But you're not promoting that pawn. Gertrude moves her castle to match your king's position.
OK，
Check, she says, while writing down RD6 plus in her notes. You have to get out of check, Ophelia. You need to fix this, lady. Looks like the only way to do that now is by moving your king. You can either move down towards the pawn or up away from it. Pick one. Don't pick the dud choice, though, okay? Move down towards pawn, KB7. Move up away from pawn, KB5.
好，跟住行啦。
Gertrude moves her rook to match again, this time noting RD7 in her book. You're in trouble now, she says. Move away from that pawn and I'll take him, and you've lost. But stay close and I'll sacrifice my rook to take him anyway, and the best you can hope for is a draw. I only understood some of those words, you shout, and then you study the board. Go for the draw. Maybe she's lying about taking the pawn. Still play for a win.
哦，pay for win，
You
梗係
move
咁
your
嘅
king
啦。
away from the pawn, but I'm sorry, Ophelia. Gertrude wasn't lying. She takes your pawn, and now it's just your king against her king and castle. You can't win, so you do the opposite of that. Lose terribly. It takes Gertrude 10 moves to get everything in place, but she does it while you impotently move your king around. Anyway, look, you just lost a game you had a lot riding on, and this is why gambling destroys lives and relationships. Sheesh. Gambling. Why are you
Shit
so terrible?
shit。OK，anyway，其實好似係頭先啊，back to the story，好似可以再褪翻翻
You
去，
move your...
係啦，可以再褪翻翻去，
Not bad. A logical defense, Gertrude
好
notes.
似褪過
Yay,
添。
you did a good move, I guess.
OK，
Gertrude picks up her right-hand bishop and sends it out so
試
it...
下呢個 attack the queen。
Gertrude looks at you and smiles. Did you know, she says, that not only have
頂
you
又係
lost,
咁樣，又係輸咗。Fuck，
a logical defense, Gertrude notes. Yay,
咁
you
即係
did a
一
good
定
move.
要咁樣嘅啫，要咁。
Not bad, smirks Gertrude. I thought I'd
Okay.
get you with the scholar's mate
又係
there.
剩翻呢個位啦。
That is thematically appropriate as I used to be a scholar's mate, you say. Until the king's brother killed the king and assumed the throne.
OK，
So we killed him in a ghost-mandated revenge. But then his ghost came
如
back
果
and
move king
convinced
away
everyone...
咁會死嘅喎。
You move your king up a square, and Gertrude moves her rook to match. Check again, she says, marking down RD5 plus. You keep this up, moving your king up to get out of check, as Gertrude moves her rook to keep pace, putting you back in check. But you've run out of road. Any more moves forward and Gertrude's king will put you in check. At this point, Gertrude's written down KB4, RD4 plus, and KB3, RD3 plus. What do you do? Chess is hard,
Soon.
man. I
唔識
wish I
喎
could help you.
有冇人識
I
捉
really
棋啊？
do. But while all the cool kids were outside playing chess, I was cooped up inside, studying how to make imaginary people say things.
OK，
They called it creative writing, but they never warned me it would end up like this. Reverse
Sorry,
course,
okay.
KB4. Cut to the left instead, KC2.
好試下咁啦
You。swerve your king towards Gertrude's castle. Rather than have it captured, Gertrude moves it one square backwards. RD4, she writes. This is your opportunity, and you take it. You move your pawn towards the finish line and, as if by magic, it is now a queen.
可以變
Write that
queen
down
嘅
in
咩
your？ little book, you say triumphantly. Okay, Gertrude says, and she writes down C7, C8Q, with a little frowny face next to it. I don't think she's happy, Ophelia. You've got her now. Suddenly, it's like the board opens up to you. You can read it. Possible futures reveal themselves to you.
OK，
In one brilliant moment, you realize that if Gertrude moves her king, you could move down your new queen and put her king in check, and checkmate won't be far away. And if she doesn't move her king, then you can move your queen over and put her king in check from the edge of the board. Anticipating your strategy, Gertrude moves her castle to the edge of the board. RD4, A4, she writes. It doesn't matter. Nothing she does can stop you now. You
Oh yeah,
bring your queen
終於
up
贏到啦，
next to your king. QC8, C3 plus, putting her in check. Her only option is to move the king down one space. KA1, A2. And then you move your queen right up to the king. QC3, B2. And hey, that's checkmate. Suddenly those chess symbols Gertrude has been writing down make sense. You're stunned to realize you've actually been using them yourself this entire paragraph. Ophelia, I think you just leveled up at chess.
What?
And you
我
beat
都唔係好
Gertrude
明
so
喎，發生
badly
咩事啊
that now she has to kill herself.
？OK，
Yeah, I definitely think you just leveled up at chess.
好嘢，贏咗啦，終於都
Win chess.
耶！
Wow, Gertrude
The
says.
achievement Queen Me。
You won fair and square. Though I can't help but feel like we could play that game again 10 more times, and you'd lose each time. Maybe, but not this time,
You say.
probably because I just leveled up at chess.
耶，好嘢。
Why are you killing everyone?
Gertrude asks, obviously trying to delay her own death.
You know why.
You say.
The ghost of King Claudius has promised everyone great rewards and powers in the ghost afterlife, but only if they die trying to kill me. As such, he's turned everyone against me. Yes, but by killing them, aren't you dooming yourself to be haunted by ghosts for the rest of your life? I don't care.
OK，
If I'm haunted by ghosts, I'll cut them. I'll bust them up.
You say. You glance down at your bloodied sword and fists.
Busting makes me feel good.
真係變咗變態婆，
Well,
變態殺人
a
狂。
deal's a deal.
Gertrude says.
I promised I'd kill myself.
She stands up to do just that.
Be sure to tell everyone that you beat someone at chess so badly that they died.
She
OK，
adds.
我會
That was kind of the
耶。
whole point of that chess game.
You reply. After Gertrude's dead, and no, I'm not telling you how it happened. You are a sicko for even wanting to know. What is wrong with you? Also, you murdered a whole town, and that's weird too, now that I think about it. You're
好
left
似係你
alone,
寫嘅喎，呢個詞你。
successful in your mission.
OK，
Who
耶
has 2 thumbs and killed everyone in Hamlet?
You ask, again meaning to say a Hamlet or this Hamlet, but misspeaking and miscapitalizing at the same time. Nobody answers because they're all dead.
OK，
Me.
You tell them.
耶。
P.S. A few days later, you move a couple of towns over and start a new life as a professional chess player. I know, this is a pretty good ending, all things considered.
都係嘅。耶！對冧晒啲鬼啦耶！你復發見過人，對冧晒啲人變晒鬼，跟住再變鬼嘅時候再等佢哋多一次咁樣，殺！今集變咗好似捉棋版咁樣，棋藝版。不過 Ophelia 呢條線總算叫完成咗啦 ，not to be。OK，fuck。OK，好啦 ，not to be。BB，好啦，咁我哋可以再嚟過啦。咁下次我哋 reset adventure 睇下先啦。reset some checkpoint 睇先。如果係咁咧 in which you choose your character 啦。in which haven't seen it, the experience of afterlife 呢一個有佢嘅 reset from the beginning。OK, choose my character. OK。
You have just been born. Congratulations, good work
OK，
on
好，
that.
咁我
fight.
哋
Now,
今次就決定
surprise,
好去
babies
合
are
列啦。
boring, so we're going to jump ahead in time to a point where you're an adult and you've already lived a bunch of your life. But I promise most of what we're skipping over was really dull.
OK，
You are Hamlet. You're 30 years old and you're back living at home. But it's okay, because your home is a castle. That's right, ladies. You're a prince. Things have been rough lately. You had been trying to focus on your studies at Wittenberg University, where you and your bros,
Wittenberg.
Horatio Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, all hang out. But you were called home because your father died. Then, your dead dad's brother, Claudius, married your mom, Gertrude, 2 weeks later. Yep, it's made you kind of upset. You raced home to comfort her, but she's married your uncle, and that is weird. You feel weird. Right now, you're in the audience chamber of your father's castle, here in sunny Denmark. King Claudius is here, addressing his court. Laertes and Polonius are here too. Laertes is kind of a jerk, and Polonius is his father. Polonius is also the father of Ophelia, whom you're totally sweet on. She's not here, though. Who knows what adventure she's having as we speak, while you're stuck in this drafty castle room listening to other people talk about their feelings. Speaking of speaking, just now Laertes says something about how now that Claudius is king, and he's attended the coronation, Is it okay for him to go back to France? Claudius says, Sure. Wait a minute. You'd love to leave too and go back to school, away from this weird incesty thing your mother's gotten herself into. It's so gross and weird.
即係好奇怪，
Ask
其
Claudius
實應
for
該繼
permission
任
to
唔
go
係
back to school.
應該係
Hold your tongue and just wait around.
應該係暗烈繼承嘅，應該暗烈繼承暗烈 senior 噶嘛，咁奇怪啊！Anyway， 咁我哋依家可以好啦，我哋又翻去讀書喎，定係 hold your tongue and just wait around？OK， 等下啦。
You stay silent, but King Claudius addresses you anyway. He says he's king now and it's time for you to stop mourning, as your father is dead and everyone has to die sometime, right? Man up, he says. Walk it off, he says. Drop me a letter about it at Not My Problem, number 1, Cheer Up Already Lane, Dopesville, Denmark, he says. Your mom agrees with him, and then when they're done insulting you, they leave.
OK，
You kind of wish you'd insulted him when you had the chance. In the meantime, you're alone in an empty council room and feeling pretty sad. An empty room offers a ton of possibilities, which include things you can do inside this empty room, such as talk to yourself about how your life is in ruins and how everything just sucks. Leave the room. You're finally home, and it's been weeks since you embarked. Sit on the throne as the Prince of Denmark.
好型啲先。
Okay, you sit on the throne, and since I like you, I'm going to describe your situation in rhyming verse. Now, this was going to be a story all about how your life got flipped, turned upside down, but instead you're going to sit your butt down in this chair and ignore how you're really Denmark's rightful heir. Whoa!
Whoa.
My flow is so awesome that it infects even you.
Flash Prince
You begin
of
rapping
Denmark.
to yourself about
Yeah.
yourself. Here's the lyrical truth you lay down. In West Denmark, I was born and raised. On a battlefield is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out with dad, time stamping all the fools and all sword-fighting Norwegians outside of my school when a couple of armies, they were up to no good, started repulsing our invasion of their neighborhood. Dad died one little time and my mom got scared and said, I'm marrying your dad's brother, but we weren't having an affair. You feel like you could keep spitting some extremely tight rhymes, but you also feel like you've brought yourself pretty much up to speed
Nice
on your own
rhyme,
life.
eh?
Well done, Prince Hamlet.
Yeah.
You certainly are fresh.
Fresh Prince of
Continue
Denmark.
sitting on the throne.
OK，
While you're busy doing that, your friend Horatio bumps into you and tells you, A, he's in town for your dad's funeral / mom's wedding, and that they serve leftover appetizers from one at the other. B, ghosts are real. C, he's seen one and so have a bunch of other guys. D, it keeps showing up at the same time. And E, he's pretty sure it's the ghost of your dad.
咁都得。
Finally, some
Okay.
adventure, some closure. You agree that you'll come with him tonight to
咁
see
其
the
實
ghost when it shows up
B 至
again.
E 係同一樣
It's such an
嘢
obvious
㗎。
decision that it kind of feels like you don't even have a choice in the matter. Agree to go with Horatio tonight to see the ghost when it shows up again.
OK， 好啦，冇辦法啦，冇得揀嘅。
I'll be there, 11:30 sharp, you say, and Horatio leaves, satisfied. Well, now you have 8 hours to blow before it's time to meet ghosts.
OK，
What do you wanna do,
咁做咩
Hamlet?
好咧
Be Ophelia for a while.
？Play solitaire。
Play solitaire.
OK， 玩接龍定係揾 Ophelia 去嘅揾女啦。耶！
Right, you're Ophelia. You are a beautiful and independent young woman, and although it makes you roll your eyes when you think about it, you've fallen in love with a prince. Prince Hamlet is funny and charming, and he seems to like you a lot.
你有睇
You
過
try
呢
not
個
to
係
get too excited about it, because you're worried you might jinx it. But things really are going great. Only it's been hard doing the long-distance thing while you've both been off at university. And while you've loved studying capital S science, and you're sure Hamlet's loved studying capital U undeclared, it hasn't been easy. Now that you're both back together in Denmark for his father's
我呢
funeral
邊
and
變
his
咗
mother's second
Ophelia
wedding,
咁得
it's
意。
been harder still. Hamlet's really sad, and you can't blame him for that since, you know, his dad died. But you wish there was something you could do to help him.
OK，
You
我
open
變
the
咗
door for your
Ophelia，
brother.
奇怪。
You can come in,
You say,
but I don't want to hear any opinions about my personal life.
If you sleep with Hamlet, you're a slut.
Come on
He says.
brother，又嚟過。
slam the door in his face. Invite him to enter your room.
唔知點解。
Okay. You let him into your room. He sits down on the bed
唔係
and
咁
pats the
啊
empty space beside him.
啊，莎士比亞係
You
咁
choose
噶嘛？
to
原
remain
本
standing.
原本係咁揀嘅嘛佢。
Listen,
He says,
I know you like Hamlet, but he's a prince, so he's gonna have to marry someone of his own rank.
Who said anything about marriage?
you reply.
I'm happy with Hamlet, and he's happy with me. We're having fun. Nobody's talking about marriage.
That's another thing.
he says.
Look, if you have sex before marriage, then you'll be ruined for other men and nobody will ever want you. He's only dating you because he wants sex. Don't sex him, because I'm your brother and I'm telling you not to.
咁都得。
Throw him out of your room and slam the door in his face. Sit down beside him, for some
Guy.
reason, and tell him that he makes a lot of sense, somehow, and you'll do as he
點
says.
解？點解會講呢咁嘅嘢？係咪低能？但係呢個 official
Really?
答案嚟喎。
Really?
OK，
Okay. You sit down on the bed and tell him you'll do as he says, and that you sincerely appreciate his meddling in your personal life. And then you go on to say that if you're going to abstain from sex before marriage, then he should be careful too, because he sleeps around way more than you do. And it's going to be one heck of a sexual double standard if you're damaged goods, and he's totally fine. That's right, I didn't even give you a choice about saying that or not, because you keep choosing the stupid options. Guess you're just going to have to deal with it, huh?
OK，
In any case, there's a
I
knock
don't
on your door.
sorry.
Before you can answer, your father, Polonius, opens the door.
Normally, when you knock, you wait for someone to let you in, Dad.
You say,
You're an idiot if you think Hamlet loves you.
he says. Then he notices Laertes is in your room too.
Oh, hey, Laertes. Have fun on your trip. To thine own self be true.
Laertes nods.
I already told her she's slutty.
He says. Kick them both out and slam the door in their faces.
OK，
I guess, smile and nod and pat the empty spot on the bed beside you and Laertes, inviting Polonius to sit down too, because that is something a person would do.
即係冇理由揀呢個㗎，梗係 kick 晒佢哋走啦。但係骷髏頭喺度喎，仲要係女版嘅 Yorick 喎，女版 Yorick 骷髏頭係就揀佢。
Polonius sits down on the bed beside you.
So, you guys were talking about Hamlet, huh?
He asks. Your brother nods, and Polonius turns to face you.
Hamlet only likes you because you're smoking hot.
He says.
OK，
You're an idiot if you believe him when he says you're a great and wonderful and special person. He'll say anything to get in your pants. He said that you're a wonderful person, right?
You agree that he has said, and written, some very beautiful things about you, and that this means a lot to you.
That proves it. Listen, you're too dumb to understand what I'm saying, so I'm just going to order you to do the following. Stop seeing him, never speak to him again, and put all thoughts of him out of your head.
Slap him across the face and tell him you're not dumb, and you can recognize sincere emotion in a sexual partner when you see it.
OK，
Tell him you'll obey, and then
Come
call
on,
him your
options.
lord, and follow him meekly out of the room. Agree with everything he and Laertes have said, because all that stuff I wrote earlier about you being an independent woman in charge of her own destiny sounds pretty dumb, actually. And you'd better do whatever someone else tells you to, because anyone other than you probably knows better about your own life than you do, right? Look, I am now trying to think of the dumbest thing you can do. Please, I beg you, do not choose this option.
喂，你咁樣即係叫我揀嘅啫，你搞我咁嘅樣，點算好咧？我真係唔知點算好。揀邊個好咧？但係都要跟翻故事喎，即係原本個故事，哦係嘅，老豆，我唔會見佢啦咁樣，好奇怪啊真係。呢個 option 留翻下集先啦，反正都差唔多時間嘅，好啦，咁係咯，如果你有啲咩你想揀邊個 option 啊？如果你睇完你覺得揀上面 option 嘅好嘅，咁你留低啦，講翻聲啦，講話上面 option 啦，俾啲意見啦，係咯，想上面揀下邊啦。咁啊，如果唔係，我可能會跟翻揀下邊呢個原裝故事，我諗係。哇 ，anyway， 好啦，咁就去呢度先啦，下集再見，多謝收睇，拜拜。